which is our first heat of the Maddington Toyota Sprint Car Series.
And that one brought to you by Main Spray tonight. Thanks to all our wonderful sponsors, especially, it's brought to you by CCR Group. The next one, Main Spray. But thanks to all our sponsors. But this heat brought to you by CCR Group, heat number 1. About to get underway. And some very, as we've been saying, Jason, points is going to be the story of the night tonight.
It's almost a swear word, isn't it? Hello, Crowie.
Hi, how you going?
Excellent, mate.
26 and 41 on row number 1. So Priolo and Harding, row 1, row 2. Jason Kendrick and AJ Nash, row 3. Callum Williamson and the 55 of Darren Mewett, and row 4, Trevor Jolly and Chris Coyle. So an interesting lineup for heat number 1.
So this will all go to your feature race 1 points haul at this stage. So 2 heats in this round, and then we'll have a 30-lap race. It's going to be pretty much just on sunset, although it's getting earlier now here, isn't it? So around another hour or so before we run that here tonight. Then the second round of heats will add towards feature race number 2. So a juicy looking lineup for the first heat race as the cars take this speed. We just ran into Andrew Priolo in the pits.
How's he going?
He's still very sore, but he looks a lot better than what he looked last Saturday night. And he's wandering the pits with Jason Priolo, bumped into Pino Priolo. We both did in the pits. Now, he just teased a little bit. He wants to have a race again at some point.
Does he?
And I think that's a great idea. Not the big leagues. He just wants to have a putt around. And we need it like a Masters category, don't we? So he's here enjoying the action tonight. Here's the teeny twin feature side at Bunbury Speedway. And thank you once again for coming along. Beautiful night to be at the skids, and another classic Perth night.
One thing I didn't know about Andrew Priolo after reading socials during the week, he's right into his lawn.
Oh, we've got something in common. Yes, very nice lawn. You've got the best weather to do it over here. He loves his lawn. That car will be rebuilt. Well, I'll bring the spare car out anyway for the Cricky Boys Shootout, which moves to the Perth Motorplex just for this season only. It comes up on March 13, the rescheduled date for that event after the lockdown and then the 3,000 millimetres of rain that we had in that week. Fast build up here, heat number 1. Welcome to Bunbury. We're about to go racing with our quick time man, David Priolo. And I don't like the look at the start. We'll let him get through to turn number 1 for the first time. There's a fairly big advantage. And surprise, surprise, we'll go yellow.
Yeah, I wasn't getting ready to break into full speed with the voice. The yellows were always going to come on with that one.
We've got 60 laps of feature race to call. It's a marathon tonight, not a sprint race.
I don't have a race saver in, but I'm pretty sure Jerome Sutton is just telling David Priolo, slow it down.
Yep, he was well and truly ahead. I mean, it's that old argument, isn't it? The front row guys need to be even at the white line before they'll light the green light. So we'll try it again. Get the nerves out the system. Behind them, you've got Kendrick and Nash, Williamson and Mewett, Jolly. And at the back is Chris Coyle. Take 2, heat number 1. Here comes the green flag.
Much better dispatch, and even one too. Kendrick tries to slide up the inside. Priolo does so. And the leader is the 41 of Harding. Priolo moves back underneath the Kendrick out at 2 and goes back into second. And behind him is Callum Williamson.
That's a good start. A bit of feeling between Kendrick and Priolo. That's nothing new in this sport as Williamson dives down the inside in the Avalon group number 3. Through a lead, the first spot, Kendrick finds back in car number 11 and moves his way to turn number 3. Here comes AJ Nash on the number 3 now.
Down the main straight, it's Harding has a handy lead. Priolo starting to close the gap. Back then to Kendrick in third. Williamson finally has dispensed with AJ Nash. And now Chris Coyle comes up on the back of AJ Nash. Then we have Mewett, and tailing out the field is Jolly as we complete lap number 4.
Coyle starts to make the move on Nash. Now these guys battling for 5th position as we've got the 18 with the front end collapsed. On the Andrew Group car we go yellow in the nick of time, and his teammate arrives on the scene to see the 18 in the fence right in front of the bar, which is going to be rather vocal later tonight, one would think. And the witness marks, Jace, starting right back here in front of the starters box, and a really big mark just going into 1. So Trevor Jolly in the wall in car number 18, and we're under yellow here halfway through heat number 1.
Trev, you got a smile on your face, but not the way you'd like to start the night.
No, definitely not the way I wanted to start it. Just got in the wall early and it's like something broke, but yeah, we'll see what happens and see if we can get it repaired for the next day race.
I was going to say, well, you put you out for the night, but clearly you think it's not that bad a damage?
Definitely needs a front and rear end, but we'll assess the damage when we get back in and go from there.
It's one of these walls which is unforgiving. It sucks you in, doesn't it? It started way back down there.
Yeah, it did. I actually don't know what happened, but yeah.
Best of luck for the rest of the night. At least you're honest, it's good. So Trevor Jolly out of this one. Let's hope he can get back for the next heat race, which will be fantastic. And they've got the car up and lifted.
So Harding, Priolo, Kendrick and Williamson, the top four. Heat number one. Her name is Nash, Coyle and Darren Mewett. Easier said than done, I know, but getting through your heat race and feature one is critical tonight.
Yeah. Some of them will take a bit more cautious than others, but you want to get certainly into the second one to ensure you bank as many points as you can for the grand finale. Here we go, the restart, 4 down and 4 to go.
Stacked up, Mewett almost got into the back of the 79 as we go back to the restart here in heat number one, the Pearson GD Twin Features night at Bunbury Speedway. Into one. Whoa, Coyle was messy coming through. Williamson trying the outside like he did with Brock's Airforce here on January 1, this time on Kendrick, as Harding gets a bit of a margin through turn 3 and 4, the Catalano turn, and now Kendrick looking to make the moves here on the 26.
It certainly is, and right behind Kendrick is Williamson, so second, third and fourth very closely bunched up together as they come up to complete lap number 6. It's Harding out in front, Priolo, Kendrick, Williamson second, third and fourth, and back into AJ Nash in 5th place.
Mewett makes the move on Coyle, so he goes up one spot now to put himself into 7th position. It's down to turn number 4. White flag dangling from the starter's box here on the main straight for Harding. Priolo not going to make any inroads here unless the 41 makes a mistake in the remaining half a lap of the race. Kendrick will have to settle for 3rd. Williamson will hold down 4th position. But Daniel Harding might have been a tough night already for the Adra Group team. One car in the infield and one car in victory lane. He takes the win ahead of Priolo from Kendrick. Williamson will be next and then Nash in the number 9 car for Colonial Motorsport, and behind them is Mewett and Chris Coyle. How about banging your hands together for Daniel Harding in car number 41. Led a lot of laps before he found the wall on January 30 at the Motorplex. Another one of the guys, Jace, who, when you look at it, the stats will never show him as how strong he's been all year.
The first part of the season, he had so much bad luck. Between him and Brad Maiolo, they had more bad luck than you'd want to poke a stick at.
Exactly.
Fastest lap of the race for Daniel Harding, a 14.223, wins by just over half a second. He comes in to be weighed, and then the voice you'll hear will be Matt talking to Daniel about how he won the first heat of the night.
So just going to the scales with the Sprint Car Entrance Group people, make sure he meets the minimum weight here. And knowing this team, they should be pretty much on the mark. We'll just push him forward here. Just there's no more randoms coming out. He usually pick another car in the mix. But nonetheless, victory going to car 41 in this one. Adra Group supporting this team this year, along with ODH Mechanical and Jolly Good Auto Electrics. He's got the helmet off now, folks. Put your hands together for Daniel Harding here tonight. Heat Race 1 winner. We love having a chat, but you'd rather do this at the end of the night, at the end of the feature race, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's it. We haven't been there yet this year, but we sort of had a rough year, but hopefully we got it back on track now, and it's cool to see a decent crowd here tonight. Hopefully we put on a good show. They got a pretty hectic schedule, and they're working the track. It's as good as it can be, I think. So hopefully we can put on a good night.
Similar format, exact same format. In fact, what we ran at the Motorplex earlier this year. It's going to be endurance, but this is going to be a bit tougher, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's cool. We're here in WA. We've done some cool things this year, and we're pretty fortunate. We got good car counts, good cars. We've had good racetracks, good crowds, and hopefully we can just keep moving in the right direction. And 230s, it's a long way.
You'll be fine, mate. Good luck the rest of the night.
Thank you. Cheers.
Daniel Harding picking up the win here, and you're right. It's going to be a busy night.